Okay, today you're going to start learning about shapes and forms. So, first thing I want you to do is take your paper and fold it in half, hamburger style, so it's like a book. Doesn't have to be perfect, just fold it in half like a hamburger. And then the top right goes your first and last name and your shelf number. Make sure it's like a book, so the fold needs to be on the left side where it opens like a book would. First and last name at the top right and your shelf number. All right, so today we're going to go over shape versus form. And I want you to write exactly how I do. So shape versus form. A shape is something that is flat. You cannot hold a shape. You can hold the paper or the canvas or the board that it's drawn on, but you cannot physically hold a shape. So, a shape is flat. It can only be drawn. It only has two dimensions, so it's 2D. A shape is flat, it can only be drawn, and it's 2D. It only has length and width, or length and height, no width, no depth, no thickness. A form is an object. You can hold an object, and it can be drawn. You can hold it, and it is 3D. It has 3 dimensions. It can be drawn, but it can also be held, whereas a shape cannot be drawn. It can only be drawn, it cannot be held. Okay? All right, so that's the difference between shape and form. A few shapes that we're going to deal with. Okay, there's a circle, and I want you to list these exactly how I do. So a circle, a square, a rectangle, a triangle, an oval, all kinds of polygons, and that would be a hexagon, a decagon, an octagon, all of those. And there's one special kind of shape that I want you to know. It's called an organic shape. An organic shape is a blob. It's an undefined shape. It's not a heart, it's not a diamond, it's not a triangle, it's not a circle, not a cube, not a square, not a rectangle. It's a blob, an undefined shape. So you can draw any kind of shape that you want that is unrecognizable. An unrecognizable shape, an undefined shape. It's an organic shape. Okay? Those are my different shapes that we're going to list. Now, we're going to list what they become in form. A circle becomes a sphere in form. A square and a rectangle become rectangular prisms. A cube is a rectangular prism. A triangle becomes a couple different things, a pyramid and a triangular prism. An oval becomes a cylinder. And an organic shape, it can become a blob, a 3D form as well. You just kind of have to think a little bit. So I'm going to draw a blob. You do not have to do this, but I'm going to show you. Then I'm going to be able to see, I'm going to give it some edges here a little bit. So I'm going to see this edge here. And I see that edge there. Now it became kind of 3D. So if you end up with a organic shape that you need to make 3D, just ask me and I'll help you. So those are the difference between a shape and a form. A shape is flat. You cannot hold a shape. But a form, you can hold a shape. You can hold, and it